Hey YouTube, Lightning2288 here with finally my Frankenstein's haul. And yeah, I wanted to first hopefully everybody had a really good Christmas and had a good time with their family and everything. So let's get on with the video. These first four books I'm going to show you are actually presents from Omega, aka James. The first one is The Walking Dead #1. It's the Chicago Comic Con variant cover, I believe. Like I said, I don't know much about modern. I usually stay away from the modern. The only thing I know about The Walking Dead is the first issue's way out of my price range, and I don't even watch the show. So yeah, but it was nice of them, and I'm glad to have it. I'll probably even actually read it and give it a shot and see what it's about. And Tales of Suspense '94, the first appearance of MODOK, and this is a cool book I've been wanting for a while, and I was actually ready to bid on one, and he let me know that he's upgraded his, and I could go ahead and have his. So it was nice of him, and I'm glad to have it as well. And the overall condition, I mean, if it wasn't for this damn little tear right here, it'd actually be in pretty good damn shape. But, other than that, I mean, I'm real happy with it. The next one is, sorry guys, Tales of Suspense '97. First appearance of Whiplash. And I hated how he was portrayed in the second Iron Man movie. I don't know if maybe it's just me, but I couldn't stand it. But he's actually, to me, a pretty cool character. Just not done right. But I mean, there's a few issues. I mean, little browning. There's chipping. It's fading right here. There's a stamp. There's a address stamp right here. But like I said, I mean, hell, free. Can't complain about that. Thanks, Omega. And finally, and then I'm real excited about this book. And I mean, it's not in the greatest shape, but hell, I think it's cool as shit. Superman's Girlfriend, Lois Lane, #70. This is the first Silver Age appearance of Catwoman. And, I mean, it's probably 2.0, 2.5. But, hell, it's a pretty cool book to have. And eventually I'll probably want to upgrade it myself. But, I mean, as of right now, I'm happy to have it in my collection. And as you can see, it's coming apart from the staple right here. And here's some spine roll. And a few nicks right here. I mean, actually, it's kind of like the cover is kind of fading, but other than that, it's pretty cool, and I appreciate it, James, and thanks a lot. Now let's get to my Frankenstein's haul. These are all books I got from Frankenstein's today, and the first one I'm going to start off with is Submariner #50. I mean, these are minor keys, guys. I want to eventually start picking up some minor keys, because comics are getting so overly priced every time they make a damn move. I know Spidey Fan mentioned in one of his videos, I think it was his last or the one before that every time there's a movie, it's retarded. Just everything is super skyrockets in price. So I'm going to try to get minor keys before they eventually make movies on these characters. And the key to this book is this is the first Namorita. So, I mean, not a major character, but still it's a first appearance. And that's my goal now is, I mean, I mostly go for major keys, but I think as of right after today, I'm going to start going for more minor keys and try to pick those up. The next one is Miss Marvel #9. And this is the first appearance of Deathbird. And the overall condition, I mean, it's a nice copy. I mean, it should be a nice copy. Hell, it only cost me $7. It's not like a major character, but to me growing up reading some of the X-Men books, she was the villain, she's to me an X-Men villain, and I'm a big X-Men fan, so I'm glad to have it. I mean, the cover's pretty white. I mean, the corners are pretty sharp. I mean, there's a little round right there, but other than that, I would probably give it a very fine minus, but I'm real happy with it, and it only cost me $7, so hell, can't complain. And the next one is What If #1. And it's not as wide as I wanted it to be, you could tell, but I mean, the corners are sharp, and it's overall in good shape, and, I'm happy with it. And hell, it only cost me $5. Eventually, I'm probably want to get a different one with a, more of a white cover, but as of right now, I can't pass that up for $5, hell, and, it was a pretty good deal. And these next few books, guys, is just some filler issues, and then we'll get to some of the major keys I bought. But like I said, I needed to fill out some of my X-Men books, so I picked this one up today, X-Men 105. And like I said before, you can't go wrong with any X-Men book under 142, And right now, I need about 10 more books, and then I'll have X-Men 94 to 330. And yeah, I still need X-Men 94. And the funny thing is, Frankenstein's Day had an X-Men 94, and I was about to go for it. They wanted. I seen the price tag. It said $100. I'm like, oh fuck yeah, dude! I can't pass it up for $100. But then when I got to the comic, dude, it literally looked like someone just, wiped their ass with it. It was. I mean, it was bad, and they still wanted 100. I don't even think it was a good. It was probably a fair, and they still wanted 100. And and like I said before, with certain grails or major keys, I would take the lower grade, but I think that was even beyond what I would even take, and they wanted way too much for it. And these are books I just need to fill out some of my X-Men. This is X-Men 138. And I always like this cover. I like the pink. I think, it really pops. And yeah, the overall condition though, it's shit, man. It's probably very fine. Can't complain about that. It only cost me like $4. So hell, I'm not gonna pass it, especially I need it for my run. So yeah. And the next one is X-Men 153. It's another one. I mean, it's no major significance to the book, I guess. I mean, there might be, I don't know. But anyways, but the overall condition, it's a very fine. It's probably a very fine and near mint, actually. But, like I said, it only cost me $3, so hell. And the next one this is just nothing. Like I said before, I mentioned you guys, I had Daredevil 100 to 300. And then when I was going through my box the other day, I was actually missing this one. So I found it today and I picked it up. And I'm happy. I officially have Daredevil 100 to 300. So I'm going to start, and I probably got about 30 to 40 of his Silver Age books. I'll eventually want to start going from 100 down, and complete that area of his volume. But, that's going to be hard. Eventually I'm going to plan on, hopefully with my tax money, I might just go and try to get that Daredevil #1. So, yeah, that might be coming in the next few videos. The next one is nothing really super key about it. It's Captain America 119. Third appearance of Falcon. I eventually want to get the second and his first appearance, and that was my goal today when I went to Frank's. Frank and Sons, they didn't have it though, so yeah, but they had this one, so I'm happy to get it, and it was only $5. I mean, you can see there's some wear here. Eventually I'm going to upgrade it, I think, because it's not even that expensive of a book, but for $5, I'm not passing them. I actually want to read it, so check it out, see what the story is. And before my previous videos, guys, I mentioned I want to start getting into DC books. And the good thing is I had James with me, or Omega with me today, and he picked this one out of the box. This is Showcase number 73, first appearance of the Creeper. Hey, it's I mean, like I said, I don't know much about this character. I'm probably going to read the book. And the overall condition on it is probably, I mean, you can see some rounding of the corners right here, but it's not that bad. I would say a VG plus, maybe even a fine minus. But for the price, guys, it was only, I believe it was $9 if I remember. I think it was $9. I'm definitely not passing up on that. So, like I said, the first appearance of Creeper, I'm happy. And right now, the way comics are, dude, get every first appearance you can. Especially if it's a Bronze or Silver Age, you just pick it up. The next one is Mr. Miracle #1. And this one is in relatively really good shape. I mean, there's a rounding of the corner really right there, but other than that, there's a little nick right here. But the corners over here are pretty sharp. I mean, there's a few little nicks right there. But I mean, for the price, it was $9. And I'm a big Jack Kirby fan. Like I said, this is another character. The only thing I really know, I believe he's a new god. This is his first appearance and his first issue. And the cool thing is, I did open it up and look at it, and Jack Kirby actually did the art and the story. So yeah, I'm really going to be reading this one, and I'm real excited about it. Strange Tales 138. And not a major key, it's a minor, but it's the first appearance of the cosmic being Eternity. So if anybody didn't know, yeah, this is the first appearance of Eternity. I actually went in the book and read it, and it's an alright story. I mean, it's a 60s book. They're kind of corny, but they're alright. But the overall condition of it is, I mean, it's not bad, really. I mean, I would probably call it maybe a VG plus, maybe even a fine minus. There's a little ding right here, but like I said, guys, it's a Silver Age book. It's in pretty good shapes. And like I said, guys, if you guys didn't know, first appearance in Eternity, I'm trying to get all the Cosmic Beings first appearances, and I know I was hoping they had their first Living Tribunal. They did have one, but it was in really bad shape, and they still wanted like $25 for it, and it probably was like a fair. I was like, hell with that. And another book I got that I was real excited about was Detective Comics 405. And this is the first appearance of the League of Assassins. And I got a really good deal on this. This is one of the books that just caught my eye. And, I mean, as you can see, the corner right here is just a little nick. A little nick by the staple right here. But overall, the overall shape, it's in real... And the funny thing is, when I was looking at it at the vendor's place, it looked like the cover was fading. And what it was is there was like dust all over the plastic. So when I pulled it out, the cover was really nice. So I was real happy with it. And for the price I paid for it, it was $12. So yeah, I can't complain about that. And the next book is, and this is another book that I had to hear Omega talk shit about. So I finally got it. I've been wanting it for a while. I'm not willing to pay some of those eBay prices. And the good thing is the vendor had it there today, and to me, I mean, it's a real good shape. The cool thing about it is, you know how a lot of these thicker Silver Surfer books, usually the spine starts splitting. This one's all together, and the only real problem, I mean, there's a nick on the corner, but overall, it's probably a fine minus. And there's a little mark right here, but other than that, man, first appearance of Mephisto, I paid $40 for it, so yeah, I really can't complain about that, and I'm happy to have it, and it's another book I can knock off the list that Omega can't talk shit about. And yeah, and there's a vendor at Frankinson's. You ever go? They just sell Spider-Man related books, and the cool thing about this one is, I mean, hell, man, you can see the condition. I mean, it's overall in pretty good shape. If you could see that. It's a little, I think it's cut wrong a little bit right here. But other than that, I mean, it's in really good shape. And for the price I paid for it, guys, I only paid $8 for it. And I mean, I've seen books like this go for $30-$40. So for $8, I'm definitely not going to pass up on it. And from the same vendor, like I said, they just do Spider-Man. So if you ever go to Frankinson's, there's a vendor there that just solely sells Spider-Man books. And that's where all the Spider-Man keys are. I mean, it's not a major character. It's the first appearance of Hammerhead. Amazing 113. Sorry, guys. First appearance of Hammerhead. And the overall condition of it is, I would say this is probably a VG+. I mean, just for this corner. And then there's I don't know if you guys can see that on camera. It's like an eraser mark or something. But, another $8 book I'm not going to pass up on. And the next one I'm really excited about. I've been wanting this for a while, and man, Amazing Spider-Man 37. This is the first appearance of Norman Osborn, and I guess if anybody really gives a damn, it's the first appearance of Robot Master. I don't even know if he's ever been in any other book, but just to let you know, if anybody wanted to know, first appearance of Robot Master. But overall condition of it is, hell, I'd probably say, I mean, I think. I'd probably say like a fine minus. I mean, there's like a chip, not even a chip. I mean, it's not that bad. It's overall in pretty good shape. VG+ fine minus, but still for $20, man, you can't pass up on that. $20, that's a hell of to me. I think I got a hell of a deal on it. And the book I've been wanting for a long time, and I actually been watching it for a while on eBay, and they finally had it there at a reasonable price for the condition I'm willing to pay for it. And this is, here, let me take some of these books out of here. This is Amazing Spider-Man 50. First appearance of Kingpin. And I guess if anybody wants to know, I actually looked at a CGC graded copy and where they have the significance of the book written over here. It's the first cameo appearance of Johnny Carson and Ed McMahon. I guess if anybody gives a shit about that, but just to let you guys know some useless info. But yeah, this is one of my favorite covers of all time, and I know I've said that about a lot of books, but this cover, I remember when I was a kid, I actually had this poster hung up on my wall, so I was really excited to finally get it. And I mean, you can see what it is, guys, and and like I said, I mean, to me this is a really major key, and Kingpin's one of my favorite villains. So, you know, I mean, I wish he was done better in the movie. I think Michael Clark Duncan played a horrible Kingpin, and hopefully they do him right if he's ever in another movie. I'm hoping, because like I said, he's one of the best villains in my opinion of all time. But the condition of it would be, I mean, it's a VG, and the way I go by my grade is I actually got a CGC 4.5 book, and I usually go off that. And this one actually looks just a slight less than the one I have, so I'm gonna go ahead and call this a VG. And for the price I paid, guys, it was only $40. So hell, I'm not passing up on First Kingpin for $40. And the last book I'm gonna end with my video, guys, and the one I'm really excited about. Tales to Astonish 44, the first appearance of Wasp. I'm super stoked about this comic book right here. I've been wanting to get this for a while, but every time I look on eBay, there's only like 3 or 4 ever like up for sale. And I just recently looked at one, tried to look them up last night, and there was only like 3 for sale, and 2 were graded in the 9, so that's way out of my range. And like I said, guys, this is probably a VG. Maybe even, you know, VG plus maybe if I'm going by the one I have. And it's probably about the same grade, so I'm going to probably give it a VG plus. But as you can see, I mean, there's some marks. You know, there's some of that Marvel damn chipping. But other than that, man, it's a real good book. And the cool thing is Stan Lee and Jack Kirby did this book. And I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, I believe Steve Ditko did the cover. So I'm not for sure, but if you guys could hit me up and let me know. And yeah, that's about it, guys, and I appreciate you guys watching my videos and subbing me, and lightning out.